Hello, my name is Gary Ginter. I'm an entrepreneur and I help manage firms that I help start. The one I'm currently working on is a startup in combustion science research and development. But I've been involved in starting 25 firms or so in different parts of the world, all over the world, so I have some experience in working with international people and international contexts. But I wanted to tell you a story about an immigrant that's had a big impact on our lives. My family has had international students live with us. Probably 60 of them over the years have lived in our home. Nasa Joseph and his wife Annie are two that really stick out in our minds, not only because they're among our very best friends, but because they're wonderful examples of the benefits the United States has received from immigrants. Nasa did his PhD in hospital administration at Washington University in St. Louis, went on to be the CFO of a large medical hospital association in the United States, and then the foundation that came out of the sale of that entity in a roll-up to another large medical group, and he served as the CFO of that foundation in St. Louis for many years. More recently, he's president of the St. Louis Visiting Nurses Association. But the bigger thing about Nasa and Annie to us and to our children is that they're really good friends of ours. Our kids all grew up loving India food because to them, Indian food was Annie's food. And they learned how to cook the chapatis from her on the stove. They learned how to enjoy the foods. It's beyond the foods though, in many ways, because my entrepreneurial travels took me overseas a lot in those years. Nasa helped raise my kids. He was a man that was there loving them, playing with them, and we value the relationship to this day. The skills and the dedication and the hard work that Annie and Nasa have brought to this country have been a great benefit not only to the United States but also to their home country of India. So I think if the United States were to hinder the ability of people like Annie and Nasa Joseph to come and contribute, it would make their lives far poorer, far less rich, and I assure you it would make our lives less rich. We would be poorer as a country. So I hope that the debate that's going on will be carefully evaluated so that they distinguish between the good and wonderful and irreplaceable gifts that immigrants have always brought to this country. We're all immigrants, we're just not all first-generation immigrants.